For 3,000 years they ruled, longer than the Roman Empire, longer than Christianity has existed, longer than any civilization in human history. They built monuments so massive, we still cannot fully explain how. They worshipped gods who demanded everything, and when they finally fell, the world lost something it would never see again. To understand ancient Egypt, you must first understand one river, the Nile, 4,000 miles long, the longest river on earth, and every single year, like clockwork, it flooded. Not a disaster, a gift. When the waters receded, they left behind a thick black soil. The Egyptians called it Kemet, the Black Land. Everything beyond it was Deshret, the Red Land, the desert, death. By 5000 BC, farming communities had already taken root. Over the next 2,000 years, these villages grew, traded and competed. And slowly, out of this chaos, two kingdoms emerged. Upper Egypt in the south, Lower Egypt in the north. Around 3100 BC, a king from Upper Egypt, known to history as Narmer, marched north. Carved into a flat piece of green slate, the Narmer palette, is one of history's first political statements. One man, two crowns, one Egypt. This moment is where we begin the clock. The first dynasty, the first pharaoh. Egypt would remain united for the next 3,000 years. That's longer than the gap between Julius Caesar and you. Then came the Old Kingdom, roughly 2686 to 2181 BC, and with it, the age of the pyramids. The pharaoh was not just a king, he was a god on earth, the living embodiment of Horus, falcon-headed deity of the sky. The step pyramid of Djoser was the first. An architect named Imhotep stacked flat tomb structures reaching toward the sky. Then came his son, Khufu, the Great Pyramid of Giza, built around 25 and 60 BC. 2.3 million stone blocks, some weighing 80 tons. Aligned to true north with accuracy, modern architects struggle to match. But nothing lasts forever. Around 2200 BC, something went wrong. A century-long drought struck. The Nile floods weakened. The central government could not cope. Egypt fractured. The first intermediate period, Egypt was divided and chaotic. Around 2055 BC, a ruler from Thebes, Mentuhotep II, reunified Egypt. The Middle Kingdom had begun, Egypt's Renaissance. Around 1650 BC, Egypt faced something it had never experienced, foreign invasion. From the northeast came the Hyksos. For the first time in history, Egypt was ruled by foreigners, but this humiliation lit a fire in the Egyptian soul. The new kingdom, Egypt's imperial age had begun. Under pharaohs like Thutmose III, Egypt built an empire. Then came Ramesses II, Ramesses the Great. Ruling for 66 years, he built more statues and temples than any pharaoh before. He signed the world's first peace treaty with the Hittites, a clay tablet that still survives today. After Ramesses, Egypt's story is one of decline. The sea peoples struck its coasts. The empire was lost. Then came the conquerors, the Nubians, the Assyrians, the Persians, and then Alexander the Great. The last of them was the most famous of all, Cleopatra VII. She was politically brilliant and ruthless. She allied with Julius Caesar, then with Mark Antony, but in 31 BC at the Battle of Actium, Augustus Caesar defeated their fleet. Within a year, both were dead. On August 12, 30 BC, Cleopatra, the last pharaoh of Egypt, took her own life. 3,000 years of history ended. Ancient Egypt rose because of a river. It fell to the weight of time and the ambitions of neighbors, but no civilization left a deeper mark. We still stand in awe of what they built. Subscribe for more stories of empires